can manage their parks. That's what it comes down to. Let us move on because we're on time, and let's try to stay on time, to our next presentation on best practices from 10 years of open data in the Helsinki region. And to explain that to us is Minna Joensuu, who is Deputy Research Director for the city of Espoo, Finland. Minna, you specialize in open data, local government, local politics, interaction between political leaders and public administrators. That's interesting to me because here I'm sitting in the European Parliament, and you know what? MEPs, members of the European Parliament, they're people too. And they also need good information that is synthesized by people like you. So, Minna, thank you so much, and take it away, please.
Thank you very much. I'm super happy to be here discussing with you or presenting the 10 years of open data. I'm not sure if I can change the slides, so maybe I need to go with some other one, changing to my slides for some reason. I didn't get prompted, so unfortunately I didn't get prompted to get the control of the slides.
Okay, I think you should be having help from the technical side. We will stand by.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Yeah. Yeah, the other way is if you're unable to, yeah, if you don't have that, then we could maybe change the slides for you. But I'll leave that to the technical side to figure that out. Interesting, Minna, that your responsibilities include planning and coordinating research activities. You got control now?
I hope so.
You're a member of the Helsinki Region Infoshare steering group and an open data enthusiast.
Yes, yes. Now it should function.
You've got the power now. There you go.
Yes,
go for
very, very good. Sorry about the slight delay,
no
but
anyway,
I'll share the 10 years of open data in Helsinki region in about 12 minutes. And I must say that it's the Helsinki Region Infrashare was created to help those people who want to open data and to support those people who want to use data. To begin with, I start from what is Helsinki metropolitan area. We are about 1.2 million inhabitants in the area. About 22% of the Finnish citizens live here in the area. Helsinki has some 650,000 people living in the city. Espoo about 300,000. Vantaa 240,000, and then Kauniainen, the smallest one in the middle of Espoo, has about 10,000 people living here. And this area is really interconnected region. So in terms of mobility, work, and leisure, so it's a good place to be. It's a good place to be sharing data as well and opening data together. The other thing is that in Finland, the municipalities are responsible for providing residents with a lot of the basic services, for example, education and culture, social welfare and health, technical infrastructure, and the environmental services. That means that there are, depending on how you count, 500 to 700 duties for the municipalities in the jurisdiction. So we have that means also that we have plenty of data that is gathered in the local governments, and for example in the service production and otherwise as well. And well then about 10 years ago, the need to share the data between the cities in a more efficient way was detected, and then that is when Helsinki Region Infrashare was created. The service was launched in March 2011, and at the moment, now that we come today, we have 2 people working full-time to open our public data in Helsinki Region. in addition, we have multiple people who form from all four cities use their working hours to enhance the data opening and update the open data in general. All these activities are then guided by the Helsinki Region Infoshare steering group, which also I am part of. And this steering group is comprised of people or professionals from Helsinki, Vantaa, Espoo, and Kauniainen, and some other organizations as well. The main functions of the Helsinki Region Infoshare service are to assist data owners to open up their data and to support the data users, for example, by discussing which data and in which formats would be the most useful to open. The daily activities include maintaining the metadata catalog and the website, training and consulting the data owners, arranging meetings for the developers, and other events as well. Last week we had a seminar of the 10 years, and so just keeping the flag up for the open data. Since the beginning, plenty of data has been opened, for example, on population. Then there are some rather interoperable geospatial data, and more and more of the data openings we do utilize different kinds of APIs, which helps to reduce the amount of work related to data, each data opened. It is important to automatize some of the procedures to make it easier to open data. Well, there is still plenty of work to do, even if we are on the forefront in Finland. We still would do a lot of things manually, and so that requires Helsinki Region Infrashare staff resources as well. So we hope to be able to sort of get further in this later on, develop our work. Now I'm going too fast. Yeah, the key elements of the cooperation. It has been very important to have people working full and part-time with the open data. It requires resources. People are important. Then the steering group is important as well, because it helps with the communication. The strategic and financial support from city executives is important, because it is the case that if you don't have the money, or if you don't have the support from the highest level, it will be difficult to open the data. Common databases help. We have regional statistics and different kinds of regional organizations providing part of the data. That means that we don't need to necessarily pick up data from 10 service providers, whereas we just have one to start with. That's, for example, the case with the public transport and environmental services. Then the coordinated work and joint data opening bring a lot of good things. That means that when we open data jointly, that means that we can actually provide the whole region with the same information in the same format. And we also want to open the data in the formats that are usable in other parts of the world as well. And then one more important thing is the cooperation. with the national and international open data people. The service map, very important thing, very useful thing actually. You can search on the service map, for example, public services in the cities of Espoo, Helsinki, Kauniainen, Vantaa, and Kirkkonummi. For example, you can find schools, daycare centers, health stations, social services, environmental services, Aalto University services, different kinds of things. Even swimming pools and libraries and other things. That means that it's very helpful for the people living in this area. This actually started when in 2007, the City of Helsinki Department of Social Services wanted to collect information about all its service points and in one database, and to kind of facilitate the reporting related to the management of the department. And then quite soon it became clear that to get people on board, the results would need to be visible not only in a database, but also demonstrated, for example, on a map. And then quite soon after that, it was decided that the project would be expanded to include all the services in the city of Helsinki. And then in the summer 2011, Espoo, Vantaa, and Kauniainen joined the service. So this is how it sort of quite soon became clear that it's more useful to share the information to the people who are actually living in the area. Well, the thing is that I managed to get them. Well, what have we achieved in the like? For some reason, I get to wrong direction. Sorry about this. Yeah. So last 10 years, it has been important to have the developers with us. So nothing comes easy. It's been years of persistent work and in creating discussion and arranging meetings for the developers. And during that time, open data has become more mainstream than what it was 10 years ago. And now the role of the developer community has also changed a little bit. It has changed from an active forerunner community to more a mainstream and everyday data user community. And but we still organize developer meetings and cooperate with the universities with them, because that's where the future data openers and data users are at the moment. And also the developers are welcome to our other events as well. What have we achieved in 10 years? Plenty of it has been said, but we have a lot of data that is open and accessible for all. The geospatial data, statistics, also APIs, and also one of the key values has been that many of the best practices we have sort of developed are used around Finland in different services. For example, the service map is available also in Turku.
Amina, can I jump in here 1 sec? I hope you can wrap it up, because we only have a minute left, and I have a question from someone I'd like to ask you. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll do my minute. I was about to, yeah, easily. But anyway, there's still a work to do. It's the data interoperability that is a big question. The structural differences in the data due to different systems and service models in Finland sometimes cause a little bit work. And most of the data is still manually updated. So those are the things that we are working on for the future. I promised you three different learnings. But one of them is by working together, you can accomplish more. That is clear and loud. Then also interoperable data makes utilization easier. And then third, as numbered as 1 as well, is building a community does not happen overnight. It needs a lot of work. Thank you. That was my last minute. And
Oh, great.
We want the data users to challenge us. So that will bring a lot more to everybody.
Well, you're getting challenged here. I got actually 3 questions. So if you can answer each one in about 10 seconds each, good luck. This one, as quickly as you can, because we want to make sure we stay on time. Do you have information about the use of open data and resources by older citizens? Are there any initiatives on that?
Actually, the service map is one that is used in I guess all age groups, but some of the and then some of the other applications I think are also used also by the older people, but I can't really give you an exact answer.
Okay. Next question. What is the feedback you get from the users about this service?
Oh, the people working in the Helsinki Region Infrashare office get for sure response to through the, for example, the email that is at the bottom of the slide, but also through the people who actually utilize the applications that are have been created by using the open data.
Okay, very good. And then this is just from perhaps a colleague from the Helsinki region, from Hani Kekkonen, who says to visit the Open Data Service Helsinki Region Infoshare at https://HRI.fi/en_GB. Does that sound good to you?
So that's the link to